his house upon a rock, and the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat upon that house, and it fell not, for it was founded upon a rock. I want to title the short snippet for tonight, Locating the Rock. Locating the rock. Day before yesterday, I talked about considering the future. If your expectations about tomorrow will not be cut off, you need to start now, start from foundation to consider the future. I've dealt with that. I also showed you considering the inevitable. The inevitable. Whether you like it or not, the rain must fall. The floods must come. Things must beat on your house, on your life, on your destiny, on your marriage. That you are in love with your husband can never change the fact that that marriage must receive a shaking. In such days, we will know where it was founded upon. A couple came here to see me from Abuja either last year or last 2 years. They were here to see me, and they nearly chewed themselves. It was so bad. Their case was so critical. And all of a sudden I turned to the man. I said, tell me, what is really your anger? He said, man of God, should I be plain? I said, be plain. Even the wife said, be plain. Tell me, what did I do? The man turned to her and said, you are dirty. That's my anger. You are dirty. You are not just dirty, you are lazy. Every time I come back, the house is in a mess. The lady said, man of God, can I say my own anger? By the time she was clamoring to pour her heart out, I said, talk. She said, I'm suspecting him. Why won't I be dirty? Why I'm saying all this is I now took time to check. I saw that these are people. This man saw a very pretty lady, saw this pretty girl, loved her waist, and carried her. Now, the foundation where you put the marriage is under shaking now. And the thing cannot stand the test of time. And these are inevitable. My friend, you consider that there are things you cannot stop from coming your way. And now, when you have considered that, locate the rock. What did I say now? Why can't I hear you? Locate the rock. Every ground is not a rock. It's not everywhere you see. You will base your life and base your future. It's not everywhere you see. Locate the rock. Some grounds are sinking sand. You have to be careful to locate the rock. If you tell me, Daddy, how do I locate the rock? Matthew, or first of all, John chapter 6. Somebody will spare microphone very fast. I have a few minutes. John chapter 6. Somebody will spare my read for me from 51. You stop where I ask you to stop.
I am the living bread.
Give her the mic. Use the mic. Use the mic. You are trapping it. Use the microphone. Several persons are following us online.
I am the living bread.
I am the living bread,
which came down from heaven.
Which came down from heaven.
If any man eat of this bread,
if any man eat of this bread,
he shall live forever.
He shall live forever.
And the bread that I will give is my flesh.
And the bread that I will give is my flesh,
which I will give for the life of the world.
Which I will give for the life of the world. 52.
The Jews therefore strove among themselves.
The Jews started arguing among themselves, saying, how can this what is Jesus talking about? How can this man give us his flesh to eat?
Then Jesus said unto them,
Jesus said unto them,
verily, verily, I say unto you,
verily, verily, I say unto you,
except you eat the flesh of the Son of
except you eat the flesh of the Son of Man,
and drink his blood,
ye
have no life in you.
Now, can you jump to verse 59?
These things said he in the synagogue.
These things said he in the synagogue.
As he taught in the Capernaum.
As he taught in Capernaum. Yes, 60.
Many therefore of his disciples, when they had heard this, said, this is an hard saying.
This is an hard saying.
Who can hear it?
Who can bear it? Now, read for me finally verse 66.
From that time, many of his disciples went back and walked no more with him.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Now look at me, all of you. Look at me. Look up. Look up. Since you have discovered, look at me. Listen. I have less than 2 minutes. Listen. Since you've discovered that there are expectations you have in your future, you need then to consider where you're building your life now. Since it is clear to you that rain is inevitable, rain is inevitable, floods must come, then you need to find the rock. You need to put your life, beginning your life, your marriage, your business, your academics, your destiny on the rock. And if I say rock, and you go home without me showing you what the rock is, the practicality of it, we would have wasted our time. So let me go straight to the point. Rock is hard. Every hard truth you hear is a rock. Base your life on it. Make it your foundation. My God, you didn't hear me. No, you didn't hear me. Did you hear me?
Yes, sir.
I can't hear you. Did you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Rock is hard. You know, when we say Jesus is the rock, you could ask me how to practically do that. That's what I'm showing you now. Every hard truth that beats you mercilessly, can I counsel you? Don't run away from it. Before you do business, ask the truth about it, the hard one. If you form your life inside that thing, no matter the wind that blows, it cannot fall. The way you are looking at me, are you following me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
When we entered Unizik many years ago, before we came down to the medical campus at Okofia, we were precise Mbaku. We finished pre-science, we came to Oka. In my year one in Oka, I was the president in the fellowship those years. At Mbaku, I saw one young girl that was following us. I suddenly jammed her in our auditorium. We greeted, and I said, "How are you doing now?" Because after pre-science, all of us scattered. Everybody entered different departments. "How is God helping you?" She said, "Fine." I don't know, but something must have struck her spirit. She said, "I want to ask you something, and I'd like you to tell me the truth." I said, "You know I don't have lies in my mouth. I can only tell you the truth." She said, "I have this guy I read with. Nothing is attached to nothing. I read with him, he's good in mathematics." I said, now this is how hard truth comes and people don't like it. I said, "Where do you read?" She said, "At times in the class, at times in his lodge, at times he comes to my lodge." I said, "Oh." I said, "How long have you read together?" He said, let's say the whole of first semester we read together into the second semester. I said, "Oh." The end of the discussion was, I found out that the young girl was, from my discussion, very emotionally attached to that young man. And so I told her, I said, "Did you say I should counsel you?" She said, "Yes." I said, "Quit this reading together." I said, "You will soon get surprised by what will happen next." She told me, "That's why I don't like talking to you. You always run. How can you just wake up and ask somebody to quit? What did he do? Is the guy not innocent?" I said, "We don't need to argue. I've told you." I hope you remember that truth is bitter. Very hard to practice. But if you want to build something that will not fall, excuse me, put it where? On the rock. Which is what now? Huh? Don't just say truth. What type? Hard truth. Anybody that is telling you lies, even when they preach the Bible to you, sweet things, and that's why you love the church and love the pastor and love the place. When wind will blow, one temptation, trial, persecution, denial, delay, trouble, you will find yourself collapsed. She met me 2 months later. We jammed ourselves in the same lecture hall about 2 months later. And she was dodging my face. So trust me, this kind of thing, there is a way I behave. Immediately I noticed she was dodging my face. I went straight to her. And I didn't pretend. I said, "Why are you dodging my face?" She says, "Leave me alone." I said, "Since I left you alone, how far?" She broke down in tears. It's like she had already aborted twice for the guy. It is simple. Locate hard truths. I have so many of them. These people heard when Jesus said, "If you don't eat my flesh and do what again? Drink my blood." Are we vampires here? They said, "Excuse me, This is a hard saying that a human being said is the bread from heaven. I said, what kind of preaching is this? That's why I don't like this kind of pastor. They are too difficult. But if you form your life, then that's the rock. Tomorrow, if time permits me, I will also show you more. I will show you hard places and things that you should put your life on. Anywhere you see something that is true and it is hard, what did I say you should do there? Build your life on it, on that principle. It is a rock. You know why? 10 years from now, truth will never fail. Truth is truth. Yes, sir. Sun is sun, moon is moon. 10 years from now, no matter the rain that falls, will sun become moon? No. But if you say moon is sun and sun is moon, one of these days, eclipse will show us that you are lying. Locate hard truth. Don't run away from it.